Hi everyone, today we're going to be replacing the battery on this G63. Unlike the other G-Wagons, the earlier ones, that the batteries are between the passenger seats, right inside the car, this one here is in the trunk. You open this back gate and you're gonna remove the panels and go from there. Cool? That's how I replace the battery on this new generation G-Wagon. Well, stick around. If you feel more comfortable, take to the dealer. They'll replace the battery for you. I thought something I could do. It's not very difficult and I want to learn. So for me, it was a good experience to replace the battery on my own. You just have to get the proper battery, the identical battery. So stick around and we're going to go over the details and watch us do it. Aqui, vem aqui perto do papai. So today we're going to replace the battery on this G-Wagon, and Carla want to make sure I let everybody know that she helped do this. Cool? Come here, Zoe. Vem cá. You didn't help, but you made some suggestions too. So Carla and Zoe are going to help us replace this battery here. I had put this battery tender overnight and the battery's dead. It only charged 5 volts. So at this point, I'm of course replacing the battery. Also, I learned the battery was dead by using this battery jump starter. Inside the engine compartment, you have this plug, this negative bolt right here, which you plug the negative. And you slide this little cap and plug the positive. And as you see, it's flashing number 2. Number 2 means battery totally dead. We're gonna remove this panel underneath, remove 4 bolts, and go from there. So to remove the panel, I removed these bolts here with the T40. Cool. Of course, before the bolts, there's little caps. You pop them with a knife or a chisel or something. And next, I'm gonna begin disassembling the contacts here. I'll use a 10mm socket for the red, for the positive. And let's begin. I don't know if by unplugging the positive and negative, I'm going to erase any programming, all kinds of programming in the car, like the seat adjustments and so on. So we'll learn that. I'll let you know how it goes. Cool. If any of this looks scary to you, I recommend you take to the dealer. In our case, we purchased the battery from Costco for $175, but the dealer will gladly do it for you. For convenience, it'll be out of $700 or $800 for the battery change. So anyways, do what's simpler and less stress. So do what you feel comfortable. The negative is also a 10mm socket. And I have these Avianas here, these rubber flip-flops, just to lay the negative on top of it, just in case. Next, I see there are 2 bolts holding the battery on the bottom. For these bolts on the bottom, these 2 bolts, you need the 1/2" socket. And yes, if you have an extension like this, that'll help a lot. It's pretty tight. Here we go. Also, I'm going to disconnect this overfill, this drip line right here. Okay, I purchased my battery from Costco. This was $175, now in November 2025. And this is the Mercedes battery, and it's around $400, genuine part, sticker on it. And the specs, actually this is 850, this is 900. So we should be fine. And again, for convenience, if this looks too scary, maybe take to the dealer. They'll charge $400 for the battery plus labor, another $300 or $400, and for $800 you have the total convenience of the dealer installing it for you. Okay, Now, once you remove the battery and install the new one, you will have to remove this bracket. You have to remove this so you can sit the battery and then place this over the lip so that the battery can be locked again. It makes sense. Now I'm going to put the bolts back. Okay, let's bolt this back. Okay, now I place the battery back. Of course, check the polarity. This is the negative, this is the positive. So you place it so it's closer to the cables. And now I'm going to put this bracket right over to lock the batteries again. I'm going to place it in there and bolt it. Okay, let's just tighten the other one as well. I had to loosen the nut bolts again. The battery didn't sit properly, so I had to loosen, and I'm retightening it again. Now it's correct. See, the brace is exactly aligned, everything's correct. Okay, I placed the negative and I tightened properly here. Coincidentally, this battery I purchased for the Sprinter van, and looking at the specs, the same battery used for the AMG. Anyways, we're good to go. Okay. Okay, now before I put the cover and assemble everything back, I'm going to start the car. Let's see if it works. Also notice there's a foam here. Be gentle so you don't snap this foam here, this cushion. Cool. Let's see if this cover fits. Yay, it does fit. Cool. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. It worked. Okie dokie. So, project done. Now I can place the cover back. Let's do that. There's a little plug I pulled from the Mercedes battery, and I'm going to shove it right in here to match the overflow. See, now we're all kosher here, good to go. All right, now which position to put the panel? You will know the proper position because this is the lip for you to pull the cover out. It's only facing you here, facing the outside. That's the correct position. Now we're going to put these little washers where they belong, right there. One more right there. One more right here. And the last one here. This slot has to fit in that little hole right there. See, that shows the proper position. See, there's a little hole there. This has to fit right inside. Cool. Right back in. Okay. Now I'm going to tighten it with the T40. Carl is showing here, this is the T40. You will need the size T40. It looks like an island, like a star. So you can pick this up at Harbor Freight or Home Depot, anywhere. Okay, Carla, place it right in there. Carla is going to help tighten these bolts. It's good to have help. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, keep going. Ok, essa daqui agora. Ok, one more. Tá retinho pra cima assim. Segura assim e vai. Tem que estar retinho. Oh, straight up. Here we go.
Yeah.
Until it's tight. Yeah, take your time, get comfortable. Here we go. Carla is 4 years old and very involved in car things. Cool. O papai aperta mais depois. One more. You did a great job, Carla. Now, remember the caps? You just snap them back. One more. Facing out this way. Here we go. Carla, põe essa daqui assim, nessa posição. Perfect. Just a little snap. A little snap. Okay. Cool. We're done. Well, the battery started. Let me turn off the car. No more messages. Let's close the hood. Well, thanks for watching. I hope I was helpful and showing you this very economic way to do the battery change on this new G-Wagon generation here. See you next time. So just to confirm, changing the battery, I didn't have to reset anything. It didn't erase any commands. The mirror, the radio, clock, everything works the same. So there were no issues replacing the battery. It probably has an auxiliary battery somewhere in between, you know, saving all the programming. So everything is good to go. Cool, Zoe? Look at the camera. Say hello to everybody. We're gonna change the battery. And this is Carla.